One of the most popular destinations in London is St Paul's Cathedral, and we've got a licence. We're going all over it. We're going not only on the ground floor, we're going right above for some fantastic views, and also down in the crypt as well. So stick with us as we bring you St Paul's Cathedral. For many people, these are the views they get to see of St Paul's Cathedral. And to be quite honest, so have I. I can't believe in all the many years I've been in London, this is the first time I've ever been into St Paul's Cathedral. And can I just say, I wasn't disappointed, so I can't wait to bring you this video. Also, I've got an annual ticket as well, so guess what? Yep, be going backwards and forwards. As you can probably tell, get quite excited about these things. Right, let's go in. Right, to get here, it's really easy. St Paul's Station is on the Central Line, which is right by St Paul's Cathedral. There's a novelty, and you've also got Blackfriars, which is just down the road, and that you can also arrive by Uber boat as well. Now this is the front entrance, and the beauty is when you go into St Paul's, you go through the front door. God, it makes you feel so much better. Normally with these things, they sort of whiz you in round the side, but it's also worth just having a really good look at the front with these columns that they've got here, these Corinthian columns, but also just some of the detail of the artwork that they have on the front here as well. Right, that's it from outside. Let's do it. Let's go in. Here we're looking down the nave towards underneath the dome and the choir. Now there's lots of little different bits to this video, and the reason for that is you're not really allowed to shoot video in here, but I managed to get a load just for you, so I really want to bring you the inside. Here is the baptismal font, which is right by the front entrance as you come through. With this view down the nave, you're now starting to get an idea of some of the artwork here, but also the height of these ceilings is absolutely breathtaking. Here we're in the north aisle, and I just wanted to be able to take in these arches as they go right down the whole length of the cathedral. And what's incredible, this was taken during the middle of the day. And what's incredible is, because the cathedral is so big, it never really feels that busy in there. Here comes a health warning for you. Because you're going to be looking up so much at the artwork, just like looking up at the underneath of the dome here, and also just look at some of this gilded artwork around, you're going to have a sore neck after, but wow, is it worth it? And just look at that artwork up there on the top of the dome. At the base of the dome, before it opens up to the artwork, you can see gratings going across, and that's the Whispering Gallery, which is closed. But don't worry, we're going to be going up a lot higher than that a little bit later. Underneath the dome, they put a big circle of chairs so you can sit and just admire the artwork. And this is where this has been taken from. Me just sitting there for half an hour taking in the artwork, which is just astounding. In every direction, you have some amazing frescoes to look at. The history of the cathedral is long and rich, dating back from 604 AD, when the first church was on there, and of course the Great Fire of London completely wiping it out in 1666. But if you'd love the full history of the cathedral, then go to London Visited on your favourite podcast provider, and episodes 110, 111 and 112 completely cover the history of St Paul's Cathedral. Now we're at the far end of the cathedral, and this is the choir, and it's absolutely beautiful. Not just all the surroundings with the choir in the wood, but also the artistry around here is incredible. Now, if you're coming to St Paul's Cathedral, don't expect to be here for an hour and then move on. You need a good couple of hours because you really want to take in the sights. And look at this gilding on the top here. It's incredible. So whilst you have all of this above the choir, then come down the south choir aisle, and then you have this looking above you. Here on the channel, we love to give you tips, and if it's a beautiful sunny day, just look straight up and look at the beautiful light bathing in from the top dome above the main dome, and it makes it look all sort of milky. It looks amazing, but do make sure you take the time to have a good look at it. We're now going to head up to the galleries for some incredible views, but they're only by steps, so just be aware it is not accessible. This is the level of the Whispering Gallery, and whilst it's closed, it's actually 30 metres up from the cathedral floor, which we saw earlier, which is 257 steps covered already to get to this point, and there's so much higher to go. So whilst it's closed, you can still see through, but our next destination is the level we can get out at, which is here at the base of the dome. It's another 119 steps up, which is another 23 metres, and this is the Stone Gallery, and the views across London here are brilliant. But we've got some more amazing ones to come as we get even higher. So the views here across London from the Stone Gallery are from 53 metres up. So you get some really, really good views. I'm not going to show you all the views because we're going to go even higher. Yes, I promise you we're going higher. And as you can see, there's a great width. So actually you don't feel like you're hustling and bustling with other people. But I also wanted to show you this, which is the view across the Millennium Bridge from St Paul's. Normally you see it from the other side with the Millennium Bridge looking at St Paul's. It's that classic view. This is why I love London so much. So I'm standing at St Paul's, where a church has been here since 600 AD, looking at the Millennium Bridge, which has been here since 2000, and then you've got the Tate Modern in an old converted power station. It's old meets new in London. Now this view from this gallery as well are of the two pillars at the front of St Paul's, and it also just goes to show you how high up we are, because when you look down you think, wow, where's that church? I don't recognise it, and then you actually realise it's part of St Paul's Cathedral. Here, looking down adjacent to St Paul's Cathedral, is Paternoster Square, and the column there commemorates the fires that swept through here in 1666 and 1940. And here we're looking at the Old Bailey with another dome, which often gets confused for St Paul's Cathedral. It's time to carry on climbing. We're going down to our top dome, which is the Golden Gallery, and we're going to go up another 152 steps to take us to 528 steps in total, and another 32 metres to take us 85 metres high to get some more great views over London. And as you can tell, if claustrophobia and heights are not your thing, this isn't for you. Now this bit is really easy to miss, and it's a plate right near the top, and what it shows you is, if you look down, that's the cathedral floor, so you can see right to the very bottom, and as you can see here from this picture, it's that dot. So if you survived the heights so far, this is where we're going to be. Yes, we're going to view over London from the top of St Paul's Dome. Welcome to the Golden Gallery. And I love the sign they've got there. Please put away loose things before going onto the gallery. Yes, because you'll never ever see them again as they fly down across London. St Paul's Cathedral is just one of those places that you can see from all over London. So how about London from St Paul's Cathedral? So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a view round so you can see the London skyline from the top of St Paul's. And then we're going to put some stills here, and I'm going to show you the different landmarks and highlight those out for you to give you a real view across London. All from the top here, from the Golden Gallery. Here we're panning across the city of London, and as we zoom in, we're going to zoom into the monument, which is right in front of Tower Bridge. Now the monument was where the Great Fire of London started. Actually, it's just right near the base of it, so it just shows you how quickly the fire spread and got to St Paul's Cathedral to absolutely take it out in 1666, and that is the monument right in the middle with the golden top to it. While the monument is not as high as St Paul's, you still get some great views from the top of that, and we've got a video on that, so I'll put that up in the top right hand corner for you so you can have a look at that after. Now I know lots of people love to watch these videos because it gives them an idea to go and tour and do it themselves, so let me answer the obvious one. Yes, it's very high up, it's very thin and narrow at the top with very narrow staircases getting there, so that doesn't take your fancy. Let's stick down to the one just below. Let's highlight some of London's landmarks. It's time to go from the very top of the cathedral down these narrow stairs all the way to the cathedral floor and go underneath it. It's time to go and visit the crypt. Before you get down to the crypt, you want to have a look and see which tombs you want to come and see, because you've got Wellington's tomb, you've got Nelson's tomb, you've also got the tomb of Christopher Wren down here as well. This is Horatio Nelson's tomb. The tombs of kings and queens are over at Westminster Abbey, or alternatively over at Windsor Castle. So here you've got great statespeople. So you've already seen Nelson. This is the Duke of Wellington's tomb. Now, if you live in London or are planning on coming to St Paul's more than once within a year, you can buy a ticket which is a donation to St Paul's Cathedral, which lets you in for the same price as a normal ticket for as many different times as you want during the course of the year, which is what I've done, so you may be seeing some more videos on St Paul's Cathedral and specific parts of it between now and the end of the year, you never know. And this area in the crypt is the Chapel of the St Faith, dedicated to the OBE. It's very easy to miss key bits, and this is Florence Nightingale's memorial, which is on a wall, so it's very easy to walk past it. So one of the things I would really recommend is, as you walk in, they give you a free audio guide in all different languages, so you can walk around and get the most from St Paul's Cathedral. So don't hesitate to pick that up, and once again, it's completely free and included as part of your ticket price. I just love the detail of the mosaics on the floor, especially here around Nelson, when you can see the anchors from the sea. In the lower ground area of St Paul's Cathedral, you've got the obligatory gift shop, of course, so you can get all your souvenirs, plus you've got toilets, plus also there's a nice little cafe area. So if you're coming down here, you really can make a major morning or afternoon of it. And here you can see people walking around the galleries we looked at the views from earlier. So what did you think of St Paul's Cathedral? So we've been on the cathedral floor, we've been up high with views over London, and we've been down in the crypt as well. So which was your favourite bit? Let us know in the comments down below. If you like St Paul's Cathedral, then I'm going to leave you with another video that you're going to love. It's Westminster Abbey, the place of burials for kings and queens, going right back to Edward I. And I put that link to that video up in the top right hand corner. And I tell you, if you like St Paul's, you're going to love Westminster Abbey. So if you click on that, I'll see you in there.